and welcome to the Wolf's Den Podcast, episode 3. We are here on twitch.tv/TylerMcD65 underscore. We are also on Spotify, Anchor. We're also on Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, and for whatever reason, Apple still hates me, but I think I might have figured it out. So this could very well be the first episode on Apple Podcasts. Also, this is also being broadcast or recorded for YouTube at Wolf's Den Podcast on YouTube. So make sure you guys subscribe, like, anything you want. Also, let me know who you want to see here on the podcast. Tonight's special guest is an amazing content creator. She randomly started just out of the blue on me for whatever reason. And we'll talk about how she led into streaming a little bit later. But we met through mutual friends because of one community. Shout out to No Game. Thank you, bro, for all that you have done for bringing all these people together, including my wonderful guest, That Sadies. What's going on? I think she's still muted. There's
No.
There she is. There she is.
It was good.
Hey, there was more things that I could have said. Like how did what was the one way that Brad introduced you to me, and as well as Nighthawk?
Yeah, like it all started with No Games videos, to be honest, because that's where I met everybody. But like I just man, like I say, I always remember being your third viewer when like you were streaming.
Oh,
and
God.
That's how we got to know each other.
I remember
really.
those days too. I mean, I'm sitting here currently on Twitch. It says I got 2 viewers. They'll come later. We're only 30 minutes late, you know. Um,
3 minutes late.
shout out to No Game again. So that's where I was at. That's why I'm a little bit late. I do apologize. We did 2 lobbies tonight, so I can't ruin anything. Yeah, can't ruin anything, but let's just say it was a fun time until the second game of the second round. God, at that point, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna go upstairs.
Like I'm done. I'm done.
So what?
We'll get to see it.
I'll have to explain myself in the comments when that video comes out, just because of it was not the perfect timing and situation. But in the comments, I'll have to explain myself. So I made sure to DM Shadowflame like, this is what happened. I'm sorry.
I swear, it's not what it seems like.
You know, especially after the first game, it was like, damn, I'm out already.
Oh man, gotta stay tuned then.
Yeah, exactly. So finally, we're here. We were supposed to do this a week ago,
right?
And yeah, I ended up not even streaming that night. I don't. Oh, that's right. I went to.
No, you went to the. Yeah, I was like, you went to the concert.
Yeah, I went to Guns N' Roses.
How was that?
Axel, to be honest, sounded like shit.
Oof.
It sounded like his mic levels were turned down. But then you got Slash and Duff McKagan and the drummer. I don't remember his name. He's not one of the originals, but their stuff was turned up.
Man, you gotta listen to all the originals, all the classics. Like my grandpa would literally kill us in the car if we did not know what he was listening to. Insane.
So you know, like Welcome to the Jungle.
Yes. Yes.
Paradise City. Sweet Child O' Mine.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Paradise City.
I grew up on those songs. So yes.
So did I. My dad is a big 80s rock head. So I'm a big 80s rock head. So here's the first question of the night. Best 80s rock band of all time. Go.
I'm probably gonna end up being like one of the very commonly known ones, but like Pink Floyd, we would listen to it all the time.
You know what? I can respect.
But
Pink
yeah,
Floyd.
no, my grandpa, I'm telling you, hard rock. I grew up on hard rock, so I still listen to rock. And whenever my friends say, "Oh yeah, you can take over the aux, you can play whatever you want," I'm like, "Yeah, no."
Yeah, you don't want me doing that.
Don't want me to play music. And then I play, and they're like, "What are we listening to?"
No! Why is that happening? Why is that happening? That should not have happened.
Oh.
Nighthawk just I don't know. Nighthawk just hit his 2 years here on the channel though, so thank you.
Oh,
Thank you,
let's
Nighthawk. That's a
go.
2 years, man. You are my longest subscriber. So
All
are
right.
you gonna be my first subscriber when we go to the new channel? Twitch.tv/Wolf's Den Pod.
He said, oh,
I just had to
hint,
throw that
hint,
out there.
hint.
Yeah, I know. I'm dropping
You gotta plug
bombs.
it. You gotta plug it.
I'm already dropping bombs. But yeah, Twitch did fuck you, Dan. All right, no more looking at the chat. Here we go. I so you're saying Pink Floyd. Have you seen the video or the movie The Wall, like where they're just playing their label?
I don't think I have, no.
No? Oh my god.
Why do I
Okay.
feel like I'm gonna get a call from my grandpa and he's gonna be like, I feel like something's off.
So you've heard that's you know what, that's probably why it wanted me to hear Nighthawk's description because it was like, yo, you're about to ask the wrong question, bro.
Probably. And like
So
not only that, a lot of people who like, I don't know, if they played like Guitar Hero or Rock Band, they've heard a lot of the songs and then they don't even realize like where they come from.
exactly, but like Pink Floyd's The Wall was turned into a movie, and my psychology teacher in high school made us watch it. And let me tell you, he literally before we even started the movie, he was like, "Look, I know how this school is. Don't come in here tripping on acid and watching them."
I,
Because
I know how it is, don't do it.
apparently that's what you got to do when you're actually watching this whole film. It's just
Yeah,
trippy. It's
nah,
just
we're not
trippy.
gonna do
It's I mean, just watching it, and I'm stone cold sober, and I'm just like, what?
like, what's going on?
I thought I was already in a parallel universe. No, it. So Motley fucking Crue. That's the greatest '80s rock band of all time, in my
He said
opinion.
hands down.
Hands
Hands
down.
down.
Yep. No. There's no debating it. There's no debating
Me over here, I'm over here. Okay, cool, cool. Every time, man. I don't even know, countless times. My grandpa would be like, "Okay, pop quiz. Who made this song? What is this song? If you get it wrong, this is what's gonna happen when we get home." What?
it.
I'm like, at this point, it's like we're having school over music. Like, I just want to listen to the music and enjoy it. No,
In
no.
other words, Grandpa raised you right.
If it was not that, it was football. Like,
You know what? We won't
one
even
of the
go
two.
deep. We won't be going deep diving into that.
Yeah, there's no need to at this point. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done with sports at this point. Yeah.
So, so obviously you were with your grandfather a lot because you know a lot of the '80s rock band.
We spent
Exactly.
most of our summers hanging out with them. So,
So exactly did you grow up, and where did you spend a lot of your summers at?
okay. Well, I grew up in a small town that is not on the map here in Texas.
Oh my
So,
god.
kudos to that. Population was 1,500. We literally had one stoplight in the town. The elementary and high school were in basically the same building, and we had a courthouse. That was it. Like literally, that was it.
That
I don't know why we had such a big courthouse for a small town, but yeah.
I
Outside of
mean,
that small town, we
it could have
spent,
been the county seat for all we know.
probably because there were a lot of small towns that surrounded us, so we could have been the main central area for them. But thinking back, yeah, I was so young when we were there, so who knows? It might have been. But I spent most of my summers with our grandparents who live in Dallas, so that's yeah, solid chunk. 3 months of just doing whatever they had to do, listening to them.
But
That's where we spent all of it.
Dallas is a nice city as well. You know.
Well, we weren't in like central Dallas, so we didn't get the city life. We were like in the outskirts in Fort Worth, so
Okay.
kind
Okay.
of city, but not like major
It's not as
city.
big. Not as big.
It wasn't major city until we moved from North Texas down south. So
Okay, so I mean, you grew up in a very small town, but you spent a lot of time in the Dallas Fort Worth area. But
mhm.
what got you into gaming? Because you're obviously a gamer, and here you are.
Okay,
You're playing a lot more on your PC nowadays than your Xbox.
yeah, okay. So I wanted a PC because I had to share the console with everyone. So yeah, that's a whole other story. But like to kickstart what got me into gaming, originally I was not a gamer. Like I didn't mind people playing video games and I would join whenever asked. But like when people would be like, "Oh, you want to play a game with me?" I'm like, nah, nah, I'd rather watch. So like literally, I would spend most of my time watching people play games. Hence, how we all came about, you know. But I want to say when I was young, probably 3, as my parents like to put it, pretty much when I was a baby. What really got me into gaming was actually anime, and I'm like, I'm a hardcore anime person. I love anime so much. We were raised on that because we're like my mom is a major like military family, so they kind of moved from country to country, and for a good portion of her childhood, she was raised in Japan. So
Okay.
she kind of brought like anime and like the Japanese culture back home. So when me and my older brother were born, we were kind of raised off of that. They would watch anime and it had like cool stuff, and then they would play the anime video games. So that kind of kick-started everyone's interest there.
Now, was
But
this the same grandfather that taught you 80s rock?
yes,
So
he was stationed. Yeah,
shout out to grandfather for serving in the military. Thank you for your service, sir. And
all of them.
also, well, you raised your granddaughter to love 80s rock music.
The rock is where it is. Like, okay, nowadays music, there's like no meaning behind a lot of the stuff. That's the issue I have with it. But like with the rock, it's so true. It's relatable. That's why I like it the most. I'm just saying, hands down,
You know
hands
what?
down.
I can't even debate it. I can't even argue it, to be honest.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm like nowadays music is like pointless. There's no meaning behind it. I like music that has a meaning to it.
Well,
But
especially,
yeah,
everything's been said lately. So, there's been music's been around for, hundreds of thousands of years at this point.
hmm
So, so you got kickstarted into gaming because of anime, because your
yeah,
mom,
anime and military service. Woo!
you know what?
Yeah,
Thank you to the
without them,
military for another service.
yeah, without them traveling around, they wouldn't have been exposed to a lot of different cultures. But yeah, that first kickstarted it. But I wasn't really into gaming until I want to say probably when Modern Warfare 3 came out. That's when I actually got in to gaming.
God,
But I would play video games. Like my first gaming system that I would play without people asking me, "Hey, do you want to actually like play and hang out with us?" was probably the Dreamcast and the Nintendo 64 and the Super Nintendo.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
We would have
so,
family nights and all play on those.
so the
So,
old school '90s or
oh,
late
those
'90s, early 2000 consoles there. Because my first,
100%. We still have them too.
so my
Now, if
first
they weren't put away,
console.
I'd bring them up, but no.
No, don't go get them yet.
Oh, no,
Don't.
no, no.
Good luck trying to even hook it up to a TV today.
Exactly. That's the whole reason why I'm like, no, no, no.
You need one of those big old box ones that
Ironically enough, we still have one of those box TVs because, my great uncle that we take care of still plays the first original Xbox that came out. We still jam out to Halo, and then they have those little like extra games, the little Easter egg games that are in the system itself. If you go through the settings,
Yep.
those games are actually really fun. Honestly, just saying. If you
Yeah,
have an original Xbox, find it.
you gotta find it. If you haven't found it yet, well then you're just wasting your life.
It's so much fun. You haven't actually explored the system if you haven't found the little hidden Easter egg games on the system.
God, those were the days. I grew up on the PlayStation, but my cousin had the original Xbox, so
Oh,
we found them on accident. Actually, found those Easter egg games. It was
it's so
great.
much fun.
So, exactly how old are you?
Okay, well, my birthday is coming up on Friday. I'll be turning 22. I swear I'm not 16. I'm not 16. I
Are we
can
sure
get
about
told I
that?
look 16, 17. I'm 100% sure.
So I always thought, that you when we first met, I thought you were in high school still.
No,
No,
I
at this
had
point you
just
were still in a
finished high school. I had
because
just finished high school. When I first met you, I had
it
literally
was
left to study overseas
yes,
in
it was
South Korea.
because it was 2 years ago, almost to the date. I think
I
it's
think it's
we're a
just about
little
almost 3 years now.
No, because I started streaming 3.5 years ago, but I didn't meet Brad's bullets
Well,
until about 2 years ago in July.
time be flying. Time flies. It feels like we've known everybody so long.
Well, because I met Brad, then I met Dan Ladd and Nighthawk, and I didn't know Dan and Nighthawk like as well as I do, to the point that when my son was born almost 2 years ago tomorrow,
You're like,
holy fuck, I
still
literally
feel like we knew each other earlier though.
no, I literally DM'd him saying, "Hey, he's on his way," because he was like the only one that knew that I was having a kid.
Man, I still feel like I've known you longer though.
It feels like it because we've been doing this for so long now.
Mm,
I didn't join my first no game lobby until July of 2019. I can tell you
okay, so you're
exact.
like you're one of the newer aged of the no game people that I know. Okay, okay, okay. Let me get my
I'm
timeline straight here.
at this
Okay,
point.
because I was like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm at
everyone
the.
I knew from no games past 3 years now. So
Yeah, I'm pretty much the new guy in the community.
you were the newer guy,
I'm
yeah.
still
Okay,
the newer
okay.
guy, but yeah, I'm still a baby in the community. But yet, I'm probably the oldest one out of all of them, other than Nighthawk and
Grandpa, yes, Grandpa
And
Hawk.
Bonham. Bonham and Nighthawk are like the two oldest people in the community, and here I am, just what? I'm still the baby still.
Like, what? Well, not the baby, not the baby.
Well, not anymore, but
Because
when
there's a lot of young people.
when it comes to our, well, creator is
The kind of
actually newer than I am.
originalish, yeah,
Yeah,
people. The
creator.
original newer people.
Yeah, creator is still newer than me, so I win. But all right. When did you really start thinking about getting into streaming and stuff?
Well, hello, Mister. You were the final straw that pushed me actually into streaming.
Hold on,
It
hold on,
was
hold on, hold on, hold on. Give it the push.
what had happened was when I was over in Korea, I would always watch you stream because I would just hang out and talk with everybody, and we were always talking about the Black Ops 4 game. And I was like, man, it'd be so much fun if we can actually play, but it's not cross compatible, so we could never actually play. So I'd always watch you, Big Hop Brown, and Brad always play, and Nighthawk. At that point, Nighthawk started joining in, and I would always watch you stream. That's why I was like, oh man, that solid third viewer, I got you. I was always there because I was like, outside of the no game videos, I'm always like watching games because at that point, as I had said earlier, I'm kind of that person who just enjoys watching everything rather
Right.
than playing it. So I was like, kind of makes sense. I was like, though I'm not home to actually like play games, so it kind of fits in with not being able to join anyone anyways because I'm on Xbox and everybody else is on PlayStation. Oh man, all my friends at that point.
Superior
Oh
brand in the console
man,
wars.
I don't know about that. I still prefer Xbox over PlayStation, even moving to PC.
God.
I still prefer it. And I grew up with the first PlayStation and all of the PlayStations except for the PlayStation 5. And I've had all the Xbox except for the new one. So
I mean, I'm still rocking a PS4.
you're right, right? We just
So,
recently actually got rid of our PlayStation 4, so
so
great times.
I didn't know you were streaming until you were already affiliate.
Yeah, I think you had rated in like one of the streams after
Because
affiliate. You were like, what?
I was like, wait, she's streaming? Wait, she's affiliate? What
Since when
the
did this
hell?
happen? Yeah, I think that is about right. But yeah, no, we were having a conversation in one of your streams, and you were like, if you're already doing like if you're already playing the games as is as a hobby, why not even just stream it? Because you never know what could happen. And I'm like,
Exactly. And here I am.
oh,
Here I am. I got a wonderful community um who makes me cry on a very regular basis because I'm not, my philosophy is I don't stream for money because this is a hobby. If I
hmm
was to try and make this a full-time thing, then I have my limitations as to how much I need to make a month to actually make it into a full-time job. But
hmm
I only stream 3 days a week. I'm not streaming 4, 5, 6 days out of the week, so I'll never make it full time. unless, something miraculous happens where it's like every stream I'm getting like 200 viewers and it's like, "Hey wife, sweetie, can I stream tonight? I know it's not a scheduled night. I just
Right?
I just made partner on accident."
It's like, can I please stream? Yeah,
Yeah.
scheduling is definitely a big time thing with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean
So,
that's what's gonna have to happen, for me to even add days to my schedule. It's just so much as get more viewers. And I mean, the other night I rocked the most viewers I've ever had.
mhm,
And, you know, every podcast it's going up a little bit. And then my gaming it just starts to go down a little bit. It's just like I'm holding steady at a certain point.
mhm.
So it's like I'm feeling comfortable.
You're like, "Sure."
But I never do it for money. Because for one, the viewers are taking their time out, you know, out of their
Mhm.
day to come and see me, watch me, chat with me, and that's all I can ask for. So, and I'm seeing you hold that same philosophy.
Yep. It's like on top of starting streaming, like a good portion of it was just to find other like-minded people or like make other friends who game. Because like currently in the place I live now, we get a lot of traffic flow, so people will come in, but people also leave so fast that a lot of my friends have come and gone so fast. I literally only have one person here left in this town that has not moved away. That is actually like an IRL friend, and then me trying to make friends with new people, we don't relate. We don't relate at all because girls can be girls, and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know what you're talking about. And then I'm like, I can't hang out with guys, so I don't know what you're talking about. But if you play video games, I got you. Let's be friends. So streaming
Right.
has become a full-time thing where I can actually like meet other people who have a common interest. So it's been very nice meeting new people and making friends from that.
So
So
what do you what,
definitely.
what do you mean you can't be girly? I mean, you're sitting there with all the jewelry on. You get your hair done. You're rocking, all these
you know,
these shirts and stuff. You dress like a girl. You dress
Yeah, that's
girlish.
kind of only recent-ish, I want to say, because I went through a whole okay, I'm gonna love myself stage. So I started to try at least to act like a girl or act like how I want to without a care of like how other people viewed me. So in that point, I started to love myself, and then people started to come around, and I was like, yeah, no, no. Just because I actually look like a girl now and I don't act like one of the dudes, it don't mean I want attention like that. So, yeah, I still don't understand anything because growing up in a household, I've literally been the only girl from like birth. So I've always had brothers. We've always gone outside, rough house constantly. We lived out in the country. Like, what else are you supposed to do? I don't know.
Go mudding down the dirt
Yes,
road.
yes, we did. We had
Go,
go karts. We made our own tracks. Like, we did. We just were outside 24/7. I kind of miss those days. Like,
yeah, and
can't
here
really do
we
that
are.
here in a city.
No, here
So,
we are just sitting at our computers, having a
yeah.
conversation. We're only like 2,000 miles away, and
Right.
here we are having a conversation.
Yeah, so it's like I'm just so used to doing like everything that a lot of guys do. So I don't really know what exactly like girls find interesting. I don't know. I say
So,
that, but then other girls are like, "Oh, I agree with you." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. So what
so,
do you like to do?"
so let me introduce you to my wife.
Like you grew up in an all boy family, so then like what else am I supposed to do if I'm bored and I want to do something? They wouldn't want to do like I don't know, like growing up, one of my brothers would like, "Oh yeah, sure, we can like go hang out with mom and paint her nails." Like, "Yeah, totally." Yeah, and then that never happened, so we were always outside throwing dirt clods at each other instead or like playing with the big dogs and stuff. So, I'm
Hey,
just
that
so used to always like doing what they want. So that's why I got into a lot of sports when I was in school because what else was I supposed to do?
yeah, especially in a town of 1,500 people. I mean, what else are you supposed to do?
Oh yeah, no. And then we moved down south. So my mom, she went to a international like college here in Texas. So we all moved down so she can get her PhD. And we just never left. We never went back because there's no point in going back because there was nothing in the
Right.
town that we left. So we just kind of stayed in a town. And so been here, but still never really went out of my way to make friends because a lot of people, it's just so different, different environment. Everything was new.
Yeah. So what did mom study for her PhD?
She got her PhD in biochemistry. She
Oh,
worked in labs on viruses.
of course, she's
So,
smart as hell. She probably she probably already knows how to kill the COVID-19 and everything, and just
bruh,
being
and don't even
stopped.
don't even get her
You
started on that. Oh
probably
my
got
gosh, she
Fauci
gets
writing her
so
letters saying you cannot release this, otherwise you will go to federal prison. Blah 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 blah.
she gets so heated about that because she's like, there is no way people do not understand the like vaccine and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, okay, okay. I was like, you know what you should do? You should make YouTube videos, mom. Like, explain it. You're the scientist of the family. Like, I kid you not. Like, she is very careful whenever we were growing up on like what shots to give us. Like, she would do her hardcore research on the stuff because she studied this stuff
Right.
and she's like done experiments and labs and all this other work on a lot of viruses, so she knows. So anytime it comes to anything like this, I'm like, okay, mom, outside of what they're telling us, what do you think, because you actually studied this stuff. But that's a whole separate debate and I don't want to cross it or step on anybody's feet, so
Nope,
I don't want to
nope.
go
We're not
there.
crossing the political lines whatsoever. I mean,
Yeah, so like we're gonna drop it there, but
I'm not afraid to say I'm a centrist. So I mean, I even if I agree with them, I'll still make fun of them. That's just how I am. I
right.
so I mean, this whole Fauci thing, it's a matter of
Right.
I blur the lines of how do I feel. So you started
Pretty much.
streaming when? When did exactly did you start?
Okay, we just had our year anniversary. So I want to say we actually officially we had made an account in January of 2020 or not 20 like 2019 January, right when I came back from Korea. So we didn't actually start streaming, I want to say, until I was settled back in and like everything was kind of back to normal. I want to say March. Yeah, March, the end of March,
Of
beginning of
20
April
of 2020.
of 2019.
March of 2019. So you were streaming before I even met you then.
No, 2020. You're right. You are correct. I'm like, wait a second. 2020. Days go so fast. I don't even know.
Well,
Time is not it for me.
I'm getting old. I have a second child on the way. That's
I
why.
don't know. I don't know now. I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna have to go back in and look at the dates. All I know is that at the beginning of the year, but we just had our 1 year anniversary.
I mean, the
So
best way to find out is to go back through your channel analytics and
yeah,
just
if
see,
you go
okay,
down at the bottom, okay, achievement. Yeah, it'll give the date on that.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're
All I
about to
know is
make
that when I
me
came
go.
back.
You're about to make me look right now. I'm gonna look right
I'm
now.
kind of very curious. I can't remember. Dates
So
is not
there's
it for me.
achievement. It begins. Start your first stream. It doesn't show me the date though.
You're like, hmm.
Yeah, it
You
doesn't tell
can you
me.
pull it up?
Yeah, it doesn't
Does it
tell me.
show
Oh
the
wait, wait,
time of where it
wait.
accomplished?
Update your stream title for 419. I reached 2 followers on 420. Hey.
Hey. You're
So
like,
yeah, that's
okay.
so yeah. I mean,
Yeah, so I think it's 2020. Okay. Okay. Because I knew everybody before I started streaming. I was that person that knew all the like no game people, but nobody knew me. So everybody was kind of confused as to where I came from. But I would still get people messaging me like, "Oh my god, you're that girl from No Games Comments." And I'm like, "Bro, I still get those messages. It's crazy." I'm like, "Uh-huh." And they're like, "How come you don't comment like you used to on his videos?" I was like, I've got school, work, work is
you
mostly most of my time."
you and Casta Cheetah, she's all the way in
Yes.
she's all the way in Australia. You two alone would have like 50 comments.
Yes. That's how we became friends, me and Casa. That's
You
how
know,
we became friends.
shout out to her because I hadn't seen her. She hasn't been here lately because I know what's going on personal life
Hmm.
wise over in Australia. We haven't really
Yeah.
talked, but I know the situation, even though it's
Same. That's
been
what I was gonna
a
say.
very, very long time. So, I mean, shout out to her. She's an awesome person. But you two would
Hmm.
just go. I'd be scrolling the comments and it's like cheetah, 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 Sadie, Sadie, cheetah, Sadie, Sadie, cheetah,
Yes.
cheetah,
Okay, see, like how I was explaining, I like to watch people play games, and like when my
You're
my little
commenting as
brother,
it's happening. You're commenting as it's
exactly,
happening.
exactly, that's
This
exactly what I did commentary over. It was
it's
my
not
reaction because I was not like recording a video reacting to it. It was just my reaction as it happened to the video that I was watching that I would type in the comments, and people liked that. I don't know why.
it
I was
was
just doing it because I enjoyed it, and people were like, "Oh, you're very funny," and I'm like, "Okay,
this isn't
thanks."
a live stream here, people.
Like I'm just, I'm just putting my like opinion or like what I thought was funny and good content down in his comments. Like, okay. And that's
It's
really how I became friends with a lot of the like top no game players, the OG people back then, because they would see the comments and then they started commenting on it and they were like, "Bro, I see you here every single video. It never fails."
oh shit. There we go.
What
I got a new follower. I know I here, you know
happened?
what? I'm gonna do this. I'm going to mute set alerts, but Junto, I can't. I'm terrible at fucking words.
Janito.
J-
Okay,
Janito?
he's from my class.
Janito Gaming, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the McD clan, the Wolf Pack. That's a little hint for you guys that do listen to the podcast but don't watch me on stream. Shame on you.
Join us, join us. Gotta plug it.
Yeah. So, like, who was your favorite person to watch in the no game lobbies of all time?
Oh man. Oh man, this is tough. It comes down to two people because they were the two people I would always vote for. So it's tough. It's tough.
My name's
Back
not
then,
going to be one, sadly, because I haven't been in enough videos. Can I take a guess?
feel free.
Mr. Take Your Scar.
I did vote for him a lot, but he was not the top two people I actually voted for the most.
All right, I got one more person.
Okay.
JKRD.
No. Actually,
Oh,
I rarely voted for JKRD.
wow. Okay,
Here's
okay.
here's
You
the
know
thing.
what?
Here's how I viewed it. I was like, if I knew someone was always gonna win, I wouldn't vote for them. I voted for all those like odd people or like the like weird ones.
You
I don't
never
know how to
voted for
explain it.
me.
Tyler, I did vote for you. When you first started off and I found out you streamed, I did vote for you. Because you'd be like, "Hey guys, I'm in a no game video."
I'm just gonna drink my Coke.
I even voted for Grandpa Hawk too.
Everybody
Hold
votes
up,
for Hawk.
hold up.
Everybody
Hold
votes for
up.
Hawk. I used to vote for
What about
Hawk all
back
the
in
time.
the beginning? Hold up.
I used to vote for him all the time. I used to vote for Nighthawk, and then and then I realized that he's my grandfather and stuff.
Yeah,
Seriously, I'm gonna drink this Coke out of a 2 liter.
yeah, okay. He looks away in shame. Oh, my bad.
No, because I don't want to smack my mic when I'm, lifting.
But yeah, no, I had like a whole set list of people that I would always vote for, oddly enough, but like it always came down to two people. But most of the time, I think by a few more votes, it had to be back of the net.
Why am I not surprised?
You shouldn't be surprised.
We will get into back of the net here very, very shortly, just so you're very aware.
But yeah, it was because as I said, I would always comment on like things in the video that I thought were very funny. So every time I would notice like how he would play, I was like, I'm gonna vote for him regardless, even though I know he's gonna die. And eventually he was just like, "I'm not gonna win, so stop voting for me." And I was like, "But it's funny. It's funny. That's why I vote for you."
Net is amazing. Like I have nothing but love for the guy, and yet he still hates me. But he hates everybody. So why does it matter?
But then outside of him, it was always Big Hot Brown as well.
I actually was talking to Big Hot Brown Thursday night
Gosh.
for about an hour because he wasn't able to make Friday night's customs. And so he was like, "Yo, what's the surprise?" I was like, "I'm going to have to I physically have to call you to tell you because I'm not going to put this in chat."
Yeah,
I'm not going to put this over DMs. I mean,
posted.
I've had his number for over a year, and we've only communicated.
I remember that.
We have communicated only one time via phone, through text or phone calls, one time in almost 2 years now. So it's like we spent almost an hour talking, and I told him what about the me and my wife having a baby because he was
Yep.
just so into it, and I'm happy with what he's doing with his life now. So it's like you always voted for him, but yeah, he was also the first one to get the ultimate full flawless.
Which was that. Yeah, that was very funny. But yeah, no, there was always like a set group of people, like Mr. Crispy when he came along too. Like, yeah, I voted for Mr. Crispy.
Crispy's great.
And then we had Hulk come along. Like I watched as like a lot of people started joining. So I was always like, oh, it's always the odd ones out. But then they started getting invited a lot more. So then they became like, oh, these are like the original people that are always in every single video. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a whole set group. Like I remember getting comments on my comments and people being like, oh, shut up. And I'm like, bro, it's not your YouTube video. Don't be rude. If it was annoying no game, he would tell me to stop. So you have no right. Be quiet. And then
Exactly.
everybody who was watching would be like, "Yeah, leave her alone. Who are you? Ain't nobody know you, but we all know her because she's here all the time." I was like,
Yeah.
"Look at
See,
that
I
shade, bro. Look
God,
at that shade."
I started watching No Game like actually in January of 2019. So I used to watch TKO all the time,
hmm
and he popped up. No Game popped up as a recommended. So
You're like, "Who
that
is this?"
yeah, so I watched it. Actually, I can tell you exactly when it happened. There was a video that TKO did that he was playing with No Game and a couple other people, and this dude was just being a complete douchebag to them. Saying, "Oh, I'm a fan," and then he just out of nowhere became a douchebag to them.
Oh,
And that's when No Game came up as a recommended. It was that exact video. So I watched it and I instantly became a fan. I've gone back and watched all of his videos since because
right,
like
man. If you were to scroll through my no game videos, oh my gosh,
I
all you'd
saw
see is red, fully
see
watched.
I would say maybe about a month behind
Oh
at
man,
that point. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna comment, I'm not gonna look at comments, I just want to see it. I just want to watch. Because
yeah, I didn't.
I was bored or something.
Yeah, I didn't start commenting until I had caught up on like all the old videos, waiting up until the new ones. That's when I started commenting because a lot of people were like, "Oh, drop your vote, drop your vote." Even my brother
Yeah.
was like, "Okay, you're watching No Game. How come you're not dropping a vote?" And my little brother was the one that like got me into watching No Game because I come downstairs like one day and he's just watching this and I'm like, "What are you watching? Why are you watching this?" And so I
Yeah.
was like, "Okay." Over here eating my food, I'm like, okay, I like this guy's commentary. It's just eating food. And then that's what kickstarted it. I was like, oh man.
No
Oh
game has
man.
no game has perfected the commentary when it comes to these videos.
Right? You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
So, who was the very first person that you ever voted for?
Hmm. If I can remember that far back.
Because I can tell you mine, and it was an accident because he won.
It was an accident because you won. Who was it?
Take a guess. I'll give you a hint. It was BO4 days.
I got 4 days. Hmm. Ah,
Who do you got? She's so
somebody who
sad.
actually won.
She's
Accidentally
actually.
won.
Well, no, I accidentally voted for him, thinking I just like the name, but they won.
Bro, I have no idea then at this
Scar,
point.
Scar.
Mr. Take a Scar?
Yeah.
He absolutely won. He would win a lot of them.
No, no. I accidentally voted for
Oh,
him
okay, because you
just
just
because.
okay, okay.
Yes,
I was about to say he would win a lot of them every time he joined. Him and Ollie, man, I miss Ollie. I miss him.
Ali is a cool dude. Scar's a cool ass dude.
I
Found
know
out
they're doing live stuff right now.
me and Scar share a birthday.
You're like, hey,
Yep. Hey, he
right?
added me on Discord. He DM'd me on, I think it was on Twitter, saying, "Is today your birthday too?" I was like, "Yeah."
You're like, let's go.
And
Okay.
then he added me on Discord, and we haven't ever talked. But we've been in a couple of the BO4 lobbies together.
hmm
So, in fact, my first ever lobby that I did, Scar and Ollie were there. They glitched as well as some other guy in the first round, and this is where I met Brad and Nighthawk. And
hmm
then we went to the map with the skate park map,
hmm
and it came down to me versus Scar. Who's going to be going to the melee battle? Scar would be going for the ultimate full flawless, or I'm going for my first ever time. fucking.
You're like, dang it. I wanted. But yeah, no. Ah, man, the good old days. I kid you not. I remember always seeing like the same people, and I know people who like were in a lot of videos that have now like left. So I'm like, ah, man, it's
Yeah,
like all those like original people. Like I haven't seen them around, so I'm always like, man, I wonder how they're doing.
so
And
I'm
so
not.
sometimes I'll check up on people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil today's no game video, but he made a little, hint, hint, wink, wink about Mr. Take Your Scar. Just saying. Just gonna say that, and I'm gonna leave it
Okay.
there. I'm gonna leave that there.
But yeah, no, it was always great because he had so much content put it out, like for no games videos and stuff. Like that's what I would watch. Like that was my entertainment when I went to work. My lunch break, it was just enough time to watch a full video, and like sometimes he would drop it right when my lunch break started. Sometimes he would drop it afterwards. So if my commentary came late, I was at work, or if it came right on time, it was right on time. So a lot of
All
people
right.
were like, "Dang, you're here like all the time, right when it drops." I'm like, "Yeah, no, it actually depends on my work schedule."
Yeah, for
It really
me,
depended.
it was always depending on my work schedule as well. Or there were days when my son was like, 6, 7, 8 months old. I would lay down on the bed with him, and we'd just sit there and watch video.
Watch the no game videos. I
Yep.
remember seeing you post pictures like that because you even tagged no game and said starting them off right.
Yeah, because no, because like he still enjoys, like he enjoys hearing what's going on, guys. He loves it. He's just like,
Right?
what? Even today, he was like, what? Because I during breakfast we watched a video. We watched yesterday's video.
Yeah, we just started showing our cousins no games YouTube, and my dad had walked downstairs. He's like, "Well, that's a voice I haven't heard in a hot minute." I was like, "He hasn't been making a lot of videos recently. He just started again." He was like, "Oh, oh, he's been gone." I was like, he's doing okay now. He's like, well, I'm glad he's doing okay. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
he was like, I
So
haven't heard any, I haven't seen y'all watching a lot of stuff recently. I was like, yeah, short break, short break. He's back now. It's all good. So,
yeah, I'm glad that he's feeling much better than what he was in doing the
same.
regular uploads. So because I remember back then he didn't have a regular upload schedule. He just uploaded. It
Kinda.
wasn't. It
I remember
wasn't.
it came down to like Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2:30 my time
Yeah,
that I would get like a notification or something.
yeah, but I mean, it was always a random days here and there because it's like, you know, there would be some weeks where it's like 2 or 3 videos. There were some weeks where it's like 5 videos.
Hmm.
So now he's actually, I found out today through the Discord. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say the guy's name, but he was like, "You do realize he's on a schedule now, right?" Like,
You're like,
no.
what?
I was like, no. And then
Now we
earlier,
can schedule it?
yeah, and then earlier he was just before we started the podcast. He was like, "Don't spoil the lobbies." I was like, "Dude, I've been here since the BO4 days. Who are
Like,
you?
you're right.
You think I don't? I know not to spoil? Trust me, I
Bro,
don't.
I was that person. I was like on that notey, like with the
There's
bell and
there's
everything. Like
there's only certain people
knew when
that
it was coming out.
I'll tell that's not in the lobby, and these are also people that know not to spoil. But these are also
Man, people who spoil stuff, bro. I would get so upset. Like I would be big sad whenever people would be like, "Oh, this is what happened in the lobby." I was like, "Why would you do that?" I was like, "You literally see me react in the comments like every time." And I was like, "Cool, great. We became friends. You play in the lobbies often, but please do not."
yeah,
Like
it's
I
only
just want to enjoy it.
like I said, it's only very
Oh,
certain people, and these are also people that I know. I'm just telling them, hey, this is what I did. That's about it.
you're like, if I know you're not a like
But
that hard fan.
if I go far into the lobbies, I don't say how far I
Hmm.
go.
Yeah, because you don't want to ruin the surprise.
Exactly. I mean, like the second lobby of tonight's lobbies, that second game.
Like, that's all I'm gonna say again.
I'm
We're just
gonna
gonna have to
just
watch it.
I'm just gonna sit there and I'm just gonna chew on my bubble gum.
And he really pulled out Volga.
Mentos, Mentos. I got Coke right here. Should I mix them?
Oh no, no. That's a big mess. Don't do it.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll tarp this off and I'll just blow up like 52 liters or something. I don't
Here,
know.
maybe one day.
Maybe. But so you said that I was one of those one I was literally like the one that said push off the edge and started streaming. Who else has influenced you to start streaming?
Well, okay, so beforehand, since I had always played the game, like I said, I was always in the comments and I was always like keeping up with people who were playing the games. They would always invite me to play, and I'm like, oh well, I can't play because it's not cross-platform. So I'm like, I can't join y'all. I'm on Xbox, y'all are on PlayStation. So they're like, dang man, you should get a PlayStation. I still get that. They're like, so did you get a PlayStation, bro? New games, come on now. we're good. We're good. We don't need a PlayStation now. They're
Hey,
like, no,
hey,
no, you should
Sadie's,
still get a PlayStation.
Sadie's, did you get a PlayStation yet?
Oh my gosh, no.
Because I would
Everybody,
ask
are
the
you getting a
same thing.
PlayStation 5? And I'm like, yeah, whenever it restocks, like whenever there's actually a chance to get it,
And somehow they sold 1 million consoles to who? Whatever.
beats me. The fact that it goes sold out the moment it uploads, like for the cart, I don't even know. I don't even know. It's still to this point almost unreachable. So
Eh,
we're like, we're
okay.
just chilling. We're just chilling. We don't need it now. Most of the games are cross platform now, so we're
Exactly.
good. We're good. But no, they still ask, oh yeah, have you got a PlayStation yet?
So I'm taking it would be all the like Back in the Net and Big Hot Brown, Brad would all be
Just
the ones that would influence you to
mostly
start
the
streaming.
original. Well, most of the original people were always like, oh, you should join us, which is funny because they were like, oh yeah, you should join the no game lobbies, and at that time, because we were on Xbox and stuff, all we could not all join in. So we were all just watching, constantly watching. And so they're like, yeah, yeah, you should join, you should join. I'm like, yeah, there's no way that's gonna happen. And I was like, you know what? I'm good. Even if I don't get in a lobby, like I enjoy just watching it. So I'm perfectly fine. I don't want to be spoiled by like seeing how the lobbies go. So I'm like, nah, it's good. Even whenever it moved to like the games that are crossplay, and then they were like, oh, you can now play with us. I was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to
Sadie,
join a lobby.
Sadie's,
I
I'm
get
telling you,
asked so much
I'm
to join
telling
the
you right,
lobbies,
I'm
and I'm
telling you
like,
right now,
I'm
you need to
good.
join a lobby. No, you need to
Why?
join just one. Just do
Why?
one.
Why? Why?
Please.
Why?
Please.
Convince me
Please.
now why I should join a lobby.
Because it would be one of those situations where you have been asked so much to actually do it that you'll most likely one become no games vote, and for two, you'll probably have about 5,000 comments to say, "Go at that Sadie's."
No, no, no. We're good. We're good because it's all the original people who are still saying, "Yeah, you should join." Especially like whenever they're joining, I'm like,
Just do it.
"It's okay."
I'm
And then
telling you,
everybody's
just
like,
do it.
"Oh, you can't be already added." And I'm like, "Well, see, there you go. I'm already added. It's too late. It's too late. Y'all already have me added. Have fun, guys."
Wait till tonight.
No, no, no. We're
Nope.
good.
Just
We're
you know what?
good.
You're
We
in the
are not.
Discord. You're in the Discord. All you
We're
gotta do is
we're we're good.
say no game. I want to join the lobby today.
You know what?
You will be invited. I
You
guarantee
know
it.
what? I'm actually not in the Discord either. I like to keep it all separated. Okay, I'm a weird person if you haven't already realized this. I like things to be a certain way, and I really enjoy just like watching.
I'm just gonna read the
Watching.
chat. I'm just gonna read the
No.
chat while you do this now.
Why? What? Huh? Hmm? Why? Can I not just enjoy quality content? You know, because I don't give out quality content, but I do enjoy watching quality content.
Oh, the
Like,
hell you don't. You're averaging more viewers than I am.
mm-mm, lies. That's lies.
Every time I raid you, you're already at like 10 to 15 viewers, and I just stack on another 5 to 10.
You're like, here you go. Here you go. We're just hanging out. We just chill.
It's a, like,
Literally. If okay, Tyler, like you said, you rate me right. The first thing that comes out of my mouth when a new person follows is, if you're here for quality content, that is not it. I am not quality content. But if you're here for a good laugh and chill vibes, that's exactly what my streams are.
that's quality
Like,
content. Yes, it
like if you're here for
is.
gameplay is not it. So do not expect
Oh, the
gameplay.
gameplay doesn't matter nowadays. It's all about entertainment. I mean, I'm sitting here with viewers, and we're just sitting here having a conversation.
Right? But yeah, no. See, that's a certain market. Everybody likes to like podcasts. I love podcasts. I love to watch. I love to listen. That's what I am. I Before streaming, I was always a viewer because I enjoyed watching and I enjoyed chatting
That-
in real time with the people making the content
That's fair
that I
enough.
eventually watch.
That's fair enough. I mean, I got into podcasting now, even though I'm 3 episodes deep, and you know, the one person that actually like convinced me to start doing this what doesn't even know me in a lineup.
Mm,
He,
okay.
he's a professional wrestler. Shout out to Chris Jericho on that with his Talk
You're
Is
like,
Jericho
hey.
podcast. But you know,
Oh.
I've always loved his podcast. I've always enjoyed it because he talks about different things all the
Hmm.
time. He talks about wrestling. He talks about scary stuff. He loves scary stuff.
Bro, I love horror too. I got you with them ghost stories, man.
So,
Halloween was great. We were telling stories. It was
but
fantastic.
he's also partly a conspiracy theorist, and
Ooh, I like those as well. See, speaking my language,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I
So
am I am by nature a very boring person, okay? Okay. If I were to describe myself, like literally people call me a grandma because like
you do have the personality.
what interests me is very boring things to other people. I like to read, I like to write, I like art in general. I like to talk when people actually listen, you know? But I'm an introverted extrovert. So like at times I can give a lot, but once I've reached my limit, once I've hit that, I've given way too much energy. I just want to shut off and go into a dark place and just be left alone. No contact, no nothing from anybody. Like that's how I am. But I
Okay.
like a lot of like very calming and boring stuff. Like I love to garden. I get made fun of that all the time. I'm like, what? Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay,
Nighthawk,
but
I
yeah,
know you're in the chat right now. We found Grandma.
oh my gosh. Okay, okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people don't know that. I'm like, I'm a very boring person outside
You
of what people see.
you are a very quiet person, especially when it comes to social media. You're also not very. You are very.
Yeah,
You're very, self-aware of certain situations.
yeah. It's not. Yeah, social media is not it for me. I'm so bad at replying to people, just looking at notifications in general. I'm trying to get better at it. I
You're
see it. I don't mean to ignore people, but
you're not.
like I was saying, I don't want to be in contact with people. So I see stuff and I'm like, I just don't have the energy to message back, and I don't want to leave people on red, or I don't want to like answer their thing and then not answer anymore messages. So I'm just like, it's best to not reply until I'm ready to talk. But then, yeah, it makes them feel like they did something wrong. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to explain. Like, I'm not a very talkative person when I don't want to talk, like, at all. That's just
So,
how it is.
but most content creators are very well out there, messaging their friends and stuff, replying to
Yeah.
this post and to that tweet, and then, hey, I don't like that photo of me. Take it off.
Oh,
You
I
know.
don't care. Like, at that point, like, if somebody gets a photo of me doing something stupid on a stream or like something I posted, that's on me.
Yeah. Shout out to the creator
First
on
off,
that one for me. The
I was
little
like, that is.
jerk.
I was like, on that at that point, like, if I'm gonna put it out there myself and somebody takes it, like, can I really be mad?
I mean, the fact that I even posted onto YouTube exactly why I'm like, yeah, shout out creator, yeah, yeah,
Just saying,
you
just
jerk.
saying.
I don't.
Just
Did you even see what I did on that one?
was it the twerking one?
I twerked and I also put my shirt up to
Yeah.
make it look like I was wearing a bra. It's
Yes. I've seen those.
geez.
But yeah, so like at that point, I'm like, if I'm the one that's putting out that content and somebody takes it and reposts it, like that's on me. But that's kind of creepy if you are taking other people's pictures. Like that's kind of creepy, my dude. Like that's the first thought that goes through my head of before I see what the content is. Why do you have a picture of this person? Like that's weird.
Yeah,
And then I'm like, oh, okay, well this is the content.
you can.
Like
I can just give you my toe pics for all I care.
no,
My
I'm
toes are
good.
pretty. Mine are pretty darn ugly here, at least in my opinion. I
Nope,
think feet are
I'm
bad.
good. I
I
don't mind
hate.
no feet pics.
I hate feet.
And nothing. No, I'm good. I am good.
Yeah,
We
no.
are good.
Like half the time when I'm messing around with people online, like creator or tonight it was on baby. I'm doing it for jokes, and
Hmm.
I'm not. I love everybody. I mean, there's certain people where it's like I'm gonna try and purposely ignore you right now because I don't want to even talk to you.
Right? See, I'm the type of person who's gonna avoid conflict because I just don't want to deal with it. Like I've reached a stage after I snapped to where I don't put up with toxicity anymore. And if you have an issue and you're trying to bring it to me you're gonna get shut down immediately or blocked. Like I don't care at
Yep.
this point
Yep.
because
I've reached
I've
my breaking
literally
point.
I've left a lot of toxicity behind. So I'm trying not to keep it going. So it makes me feel bad when people have an issue and I'm like, okay, we can take it one of two ways. You can either be quiet and leave me alone, or I can expose you to all these other people who are being really nice to you because they don't know what you are
Hmm.
doing and how you're acting, and it can kind of ruin you. But I'm not that type of person. But if you do keep having an issue with me and trying to start something, I will not care at that point.
Yep.
Like if you're going to bring an issue to me, I've given you a chance. I
Yep.
am very patient as a person, but now I've just reached that point where you got two options: either back up and leave me alone, or be exposed for how you're truly acting. Like that's it.
For me, it's
That's
come
it.
down to some people have realized if I don't reply back to them after 2, 3 days, there's a reason. Whether it's a reply to my tweet or, a DM. But then there are times where I just forget. Like I forgot Shadow Flame. He's the reason why I'm on Spotify now. He's the reason why I'm posting, you know, audio versions of the podcast. And he
Hmm.
gave me an idea for it, and I didn't reply back to him for a week.
You're like,
I
oh,
I
I'm just
literally
bad with
he
social media,
he
so
sh- he showed up to my stream and was like, "Hey man," I was like, "Bro, look, man, I'm so sorry." Like that was the first thing I did was just apologize.
yeah, I'm just very bad at replying on social media.
There's
I'm not mad at you. You would know if I was upset with you because I would tell you up front, I don't want to talk to you right now. That's what I will tell you. But if not, just
so let
sorry
me
if I don't get back.
here. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna do this. Let's test the theory out. Days, you might want to go check your
Oh.
you might want to go check your DMs.
Why? Okay, so here's another thing. When people know I'm like in the middle of doing something, I kind of give my attention all to that because I just feel like it's disrespectful if I'm like, I don't know. When it comes to my streams, I really don't look at my phone. Period, because
I
I'm like,
try not to, but then there are times where it happens.
yeah, yeah. I understand with your family and all too. That's important because yeah, your wife will tell you, shut up, be quiet, don't wake don't wake the kids.
I,
So we get that. But like if it's something else and I catch a glimpse of the notification and it's not like something that needs my immediate attention, it's gonna be put on
right.
because I'm like,
Well, as a content creator, we do want to look at, Twitter and stuff like that. Because some people will DM, some people are replying to this and that, or a topic
yeah,
might come up where it's like, hey, we can talk.
true,
A topic could come up, from somebody, and it's like we can talk about this on stream. Like, but
true.
nothing ever comes through at this time of night. Nothing.
You're like, oh, well, yeah, I got your message.
Yeah.
Should I reply verbally or should I reply?
You know what? I'll just let you take your pick. I don't care.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going? So,
Going great. Going
so
great.
we mentioned back in the net. I don't think it's any secret, is it?
No. Well, kinda. It's not a secret. We just don't tell a lot of people, so I kind of keep everything separated. But I
But
will let people know up front because I'm not about to start drama. And being a female content creator, people are like, if you don't simp me, I won't simp you back, and they leave. So, yeah.
so
Gotta
so
tell 'em sometimes.
so are you saying that Net's a simp? See, is I said that creator was 5'3", and I said Net was like 5'3", and I saw your comment to that in the last podcast. So is he a 5'3" simp? You went silent. You just
You
went
know,
mute.
okay,
You went
okay.
mute.
Anything that involves him, I'm not gonna talk about
Okay.
as is, just as a
Okay.
respect because they're not here.
Right.
You know. But
Because I let
if
me just
oh yeah,
let me just say, Net is one of the coolest guys I've ever got to meet. We barely
he's
have.
goaded at everything. Goaded
Yes.
at everything.
Yes, he's actually a lot better of a Call of Duty player than he looks like. He's a lot better of a hide and seek player than he truly looks. He's
A
a
lot
great
better at a lot of different games too.
Rocket League,
FIFA, Fall Guys.
GTA.
Oh my gosh.
This
I'm dead.
guy.
Yeah.
This guy is actually a gamer that I'm surprised did not become a streamer. if I'm being honest. So
But yeah, no, what was your question? I will answer that one question though.
it was a matter of, it's not really that much of a secret because it's gone through in communities and stuff. It's
Now I'm
been
kind of curious of who's talking.
no, I'm saying like in
I'm
your
like, who's talking?
in your Discord and stuff.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, if you're in my Discord, 100%. It says it in the name. It says it in the title. But yes, no, we are together.
Now, do you got, because I know that Peach and Murder are together, so it's like I know that they want to try and meet one of these days.
Oh
Is that
shoot,
is
bro.
that is it?
I will fly all the way to England. Heck yes, I will.
Yes.
100%. Is not even a doubt.
So you're gonna fly there?
My family even knows. 100%. They're like, why?
You looked at the door like, are they listening?
No, my dog scratched at my door.
Oh,
Me
the
over here.
puppy! Let's see the
What's
puppy.
puppy?
Let's see the puppy.
She's currently in heat, so I am not picking her up, and my carpets are white. I have to be a bully to her, and I have to like keep her on
And
her bed.
I understand that. Then
See, see.
I completely understand.
Everybody get doggy diapers, then she's good. And then I was like, and then she won't walk to go to her bowl to eat. She will not move. We've attempted that before
So so she's in heat, but yet is there a plan with it in the future?
with my dog.
Yeah. Like, are you planning to get her fixed, or you guys want to breed her?
I would love for her to have her own puppies, but it is impossible in this stage. Plus, she's also getting up into the age where she is not able to have puppies because she's a lot older now. But she still goes through those times where she like cries because she wants her own puppies, and then she'll like treat stuffed animals and like objects as if they're like her own child. And I'm like, oh, this is so much because I feel bad. I'm like,
So
I
so
understand.
I'm gonna just reply back to this DM that I just got.
Oh,
And apparently it's been talked about in the chat because I started looking at it. Simp. Fuck Twitch and that rule, because what is wrong with that?
right. Too many people started complaining about it.
I
I don't
don't
even
give a.
know. Their
I don't,
whole updated list of words that aren't allowed to be said.
look, if Nick Merckx
Oh
can
no.
say it, if Tim the Tatman can say it, and Ninja can say it, why
All the
can't smaller?
higher end ones,
If you make
right?
this much money for Twitch, then nothing ever happens to you. I mean, Pokimane had porn on stream once.
What, bro?
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah, that was an accident a while back, and it's like nothing happened.
bro.
Don't even get don't get me freaking started with these words. It's a word.
It honestly is. I don't know. I don't know.
So I just wanted to get that out of the way now, because I can say it on YouTube,
Me looks
and
like wow.
I can say it anywhere else, but not Twitch.
All right.
Hashtag
Mm.
Twitch do better.
Well,
So
there's a lot of things that could do better, honest.
yeah.
Not wrong.
So what is the plan for you in content creating? What
Hmm.
do you plan to continue streaming for a long periods of time?
Yeah, I would see it. This is probably something that like I first decided on my own to do without like it being told, hey, you should do this because you have to do it or like do that.
Okay.
It's kind of something that I found interesting, and now I'm like, you know what? I actually really like this. It's become a platform to where I can actually get my voice out, and if people want to listen, then they'll listen. Because growing up, a lot of people overtalked me and would not listen, and it was very frustrating, but I just stayed quiet anyways. So Twitch kind of became that a little outlet where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm talking and nobody's talking over me. It's nice.
Yeah,
Like when I first,
until you get
yeah,
into a lobby with a bunch of people.
oh yeah, no, I just mute everybody. I still mute everybody. I kid you not. Like there are sometimes I would start a stream and people join up before I say, hey, you could join in my lobby. And so I just go and I disable the chat, and then they're like try to talk to me, and I can't hear them because I'm like I literally start my streams and I talk to everybody before I start playing games. So I'm like, you joined way too soon. way too soon. So, like, literally, I'm like, yeah, no. When I first started streaming, I literally streamed Modern Warfare, and it was just grinding camos and getting guns and unlocking stuff. And then it got to a point where I was like, you know, this is great and all, but I would like to actually like talk because I enjoy talking to people. So then I would do just chatting streams during the day whenever I was just doing something,
You
and I would
you
just chat.
you would do art stuff at the same time. I
hmm
remember those streams.
I did art, I did my hair, I danced, I cooked, like, bro. And somebody recently was like, when are we getting another cooking stream? And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, now that I know you've been here for a while if you've asked that
Can
question.
you put a chef hat on too while you're at it?
Bro, can that fit over my hair? No, not at all. Not at all. Struggle
Since
see real.
since I've known you, you've had the same hair style. It
I've
seems
always
like.
twisted it. I've always twisted it so it's a little calmer and easier to manage.
So that's
Just
not. So is that a natural curl or is it?
yeah, this is my hair dry like out of the shower,
Okay.
just as is. So a lot of people recently they were like, wait. This entire time I've known you, like in the past 2 months of streaming, I've never seen your hair like down. Is that your real hair? I was like, yeah, yeah. You've always either seen it braided or twisted. I was like, now that I think about it, I'm like, all these new people who came into my stream didn't even know like this was my natural hair.
Yeah, I've just
This
never
is
asked. So it's like
bro. Yeah,
I've always
I'm
wondered.
a mixed kid. I'm a mixed kid. I get this question a lot. A lot of people are always like, "Oh, you shouldn't be asking like somebody of color that type of question if that's their real hair." And I'm like, I'm not a person who takes offense unless they're like it's how it's asked or like in what direct meaning behind their question is
So
not
are you,
necessarily in the best way. Then I'll get like offensed or like be offensed by it. But I'm a
are you
very
are
patient
you
person.
are you saying like if they were to say, "Is that your real hair?" Like that would be come off as a little bit snotty, more rudish compared
It would
to.
be more of people would like rather than saying, "Oh, is that your real hair?" Like asking, they'd be like, "Oh, you should like show us your real hair." I'm like,
Okay,
"Bruh,
that now
this is my real hair. Like,
now
what are you
that's
talking
something.
about?"
Now that's
I'm
something
like,
because
I can rip this out of my head. Like, no, we're not gonna go bald here. It's like this is my real hair for real.
yeah, because I never asked because I've seen it braided, I've seen you twist it, but then it's a matter when it's down and it's just so curly. I'm like,
It's so
does she
much.
does she go
It's
get her
a mess.
does she go
No,
get her
I
hair
always
done
do
on
my
a
hair.
regular basis?
I always do my hair. People are like, you should do my hair for me. I'll pay you. And I'm like, bruh, doing hair. I commend those who do hair. I'm sorry. Like, I could never. I did box braids on my hair maybe 2 times, and it took 15 hours to braid my hair. Never again.
What?
Never again. It takes me about 3 to 4 hours just to twist my hair. I'm too lazy. I need to do it before my birthday because I'm twisting my hair for a certain hairstyle. But it takes about 3 to 4 hours to do that. If I were to straighten my hair, about 8 to 10 hours. Braiding it takes even longer. I was like, never again, never again. It's not happening again. I could never.
Man.
Mm-mm.
So are you doing a birthday stream this week?
Yes, I am. Friday.
Friday,
Oh man.
the actual birthday date.
Yes, the actual birthday date. Friday leading into Saturday. Okay, we've done a
So
12-hour stream before, so I was like, we're doing a 12 plus hour stream. I don't know if I could push myself to do 18 hours because everybody's like, you should do
24,
24. Yeah, everybody's, you should do a
24.
24-hour stream. And I was like, I don't
I've
know if
done
I
it.
could do that.
I've done it.
I'm not ready for that.
I
I'm
did it.
not ready for that. I'm not ready for that.
All
No, no.
here's what you do. This is what you do. Okay, I did it
He's like, oh
after
yes, give me the tips. Let me take notes. Hold up, I got this.
So,
Y'all don't understand when it comes to Twitch. I listen. I listen. Okay, tell me the ways. I'm being so serious. I'm about to take notes.
make sure you
I've never
don't work
done.
that day,
Yeah. Uh huh.
and make sure you just sleep in, and
You're
then
like
just
sleep as much as possible.
sleep as much as possible. What time are you starting the stream at on
I'm
Friday?
starting 6 p.m. because I'm gonna
6
be hanging
p.m.
out with my family
So I'd
during the
say
day.
okay. So I'd say wake up at like 8 o'clock then, maybe 9 o'clock. Take some melatonin, go back to sleep until about 5.
Bro,
I'm not kidding.
melatonin is way too effective. I'll sleep over it.
So
Y'all
for
see, y'all don't understand. Like, I literally don't take a lot of stuff. Like even
Oh,
caffeine. I
I
don't
was gonna.
drink coffee.
Oh,
I
I was
don't
gonna
do energy
say.
drinks. I don't do tea.
I was gonna
I
say.
literally drink like water and at most sometimes soda.
You ain't even gonna make it past 12 hours, girl.
Bro,
You
I've
gotta go
made
get.
it past 12 hours before. I've done a 13-hour stream.
Do you see all this G Fuel behind me?
I see it. That's why I'm like, I don't know. Whenever I get caffeine, people who know me in person are like, "Are you okay? You good? You just did a good boot today or something?" I'm like, "No, why?" And they're just like, "You're talking a lot." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it's probably because I had some caffeine. It's okay.
So
It's
you.
okay."
So in other words, you need a sip of G Fuel. You don't need the whole tub or shaker.
Yeah, I am very hypersensitive to caffeine. Like
I
I don't need a lot.
I will
Ooh,
literally. I could drink a whole tub of G Fuel in a day and still just by 10 o'clock. If I'm not streaming, I'm out. I'm out like a rock.
I could not. I would be wide awake for a couple of days. Yeah,
So the
yeah.
plan for
So
you in the future here is to stream, continue the streams, have some fun. Do you plan on posting to YouTube anytime?
we're actually close to 1K on YouTube, and my little brother, who's been like getting me into a lot of different gamers and stuff. Ironically enough,
So wait, you
I
already
feel
posted
like
to YouTube?
no, no,
Oh,
not
what
game
the?
clips. Not. Hold on. Wait. See, here's the thing. You know what? As I was saying, people found my commentary very funny on No Games like channel. People started subbing to me for no reason, and literally would leave a comment that says, "I thought you were very funny on No Games videos." In the comments, "I'm here from No Game. From No Game. Hi, I'm from No Game." I'm like, okay. We're almost to 800 subs just from people alone commenting, "I'm from No Game." I'm like,
So it looks like I need to start commenting more often on those videos.
what? Like, I
I'm
don't
gonna go back.
understand.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
even
and
know.
watch. I'm gonna go watch today's video, and I'm just gonna say, "Oh my god, look at this!" And there's gonna be like a thousand comments just Tyler alone.
Oh, bro, yeah, I don't even know. I don't know. People, yeah, my brother was like, you should do YouTube. Like, you're so close to getting paid." I used to do reaction videos, so that's why he was like, "You should react to No Game videos." And I'm like, but then I have to get in contact with No Game and have to like ask his permission to like use his content. And I'm like, you know what? I want to be able to like reach out, like get to a point where I can reach out to these people myself and get a reply. Because a lot of people were like, "Oh, I got you. I can message him for you." I'm like, no, don't interfere. Do not interfere with any of my stuff, please. Please. I'm asking you.
Here,
It's okay.
let me ask him in Discord right now.
No,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
stop.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Like literally, I was like, if that's what I want to do, I will do it. Like, I don't like people interfering in like something I have, because like it's something that like have a plan. So if I want to do that, then that's what I'm gonna do. But like literally, I just watched No Game to like purely for like his content, and I enjoyed that. So it's weird to me that people would sit here and sub to me because of my comments on it. So I was like, I don't even know. At this point, I don't know. So people still ask. They're like, "You should comment more." And I'm like, why? You could literally comment yourself. Like, why? You're
They
literally
enjoyed.
watching the video.
They
I
enjoyed
don't even know.
reading you doing it.
Like literally, I was like, why? Would you do? I don't know at that
But
point. But I feel like my brother, like, I don't know, like as everybody says, my family is very religious in a sense, and I truly believe that words have power. So like every time I do anything, I always speak like, "This is what I want," and we stand in agreement. And like that's just what my family does. So my little brother, when he first introduced me to like watching No Games videos, he was like, "Man, wouldn't it be cool if you could like talk to No Game one day?" And then one day we did talk, like me and No Game did talk. And so like, huh. And so one day he was watching another content creator, and he was like, "Oh man, you should totally like play this game. Like how cool would it be if like, since you're streaming and all, if they like came into your stream or whatever, and like y'all like became friends." Happened to two other content creators that are like pretty big on YouTube. And I was like, "Bro,
oh.
start speaking more. Start speaking more." Like it's so cool to like meet these people
can
because
he
like
can he have
all
Nick Mercs come to me? That'd be great.
hey man, and when two people stand in agreement, things move. That's all I'm gonna say. Words have powers. That's why I always tell people, be careful what you say. You never know. Or like you're gonna reap what you sow. So try to sow what's the best.
Try and be
You know,
nice. Be nice in the world.
right?
There's too much hate as it
Right.
is already in this world. You just gotta be
So much.
nice.
So much. Oh man.
Ah.
But yeah, no. So I'm just like, you know, it's I find it very intriguing because I'm the type of person, like I said, I'm a very boring person, but I like to see like the background of things. Like I like to know like what drives people, like why they like to do the things they do and just their story. I like to hear people's stories all the
And that
time.
and that's why I'm doing these podcasts. You're, like I said, the third person. I've deep dived into everybody's life a little bit, and
Tell me your deepest,
I've
darkest secret.
there was things where it's like, if you're not comfortable talking about it, we don't have to. That's fine.
Right. But yeah,
So
like I'm that person, like if I meet someone who's like successful and they're doing something that I want to do or like get to a point that I want to be at in life, I ask them questions. And like it kind of surprises a lot of people because they expect you to be like over them and I'm like, no, like what made you want to start streaming? Like what were some of your struggles? Like if you had any advice that you would give to like somebody who's stuck at this point, like what would you do? Like what did you do? And they're like, huh, well, that I wasn't expecting that. And that's
there's
how I become friends with people. And they're like, who is this girl who knows everyone, but doesn't like nobody knows her? I'm like, okay, cool. Here, it's called be a normal human being and have a conversation. It
exactly.
works wonders.
I try and help as many people as I can. I can give advice all I can. It's whether or not do they
Hmm.
implement it, and then if they do implement it, does it work for them? Because it doesn't. Everything doesn't work for everybody. You know,
Hmm.
I've had to learn how to stream literally by myself. No help.
I had to learn too. Like I said, I literally only just recently picked up momentum, and I've been streaming for a little over a year now. Just
So
only
it
recently.
so it took me a year and a half to start building momentum just because of no game. It took you about a year, because, well, you just had to literally find your way. It
There was
happened.
that was a lot of stuff we had to learn. Like
There's a
it wasn't
lot.
just instant overnight success. I wish, but it doesn't happen like that. It's a lot of hard work, and people don't get that. And when they ask me for advice, and I tell them, they're like, "Well, it's easy for you to say this." I'm like, "It was easy."
It's not easy.
It's not. I'm telling you, I was not like this from the beginning. For
No,
a
I mean,
long time, I literally talked to myself by myself in my streams with
oh my
one
god.
person,
I can't
being
tell you.
myself as a viewer.
I
I was
can't
like,
can't
bro.
tell you how many nights I spent doing that.
Exactly. I've had doubts on continuing streaming. Like I started streaming with a lot of other people at the same time and seeing them grow was like I'm happy for them, but I'm like then I look at myself, I'm like, okay, am I just not entertaining? Am I not a likable person? Like, what
That's
is it that I'm doing wrong? Like, I've had to sit down and think and like overcome a lot of things to like realize like okay cool like this is what I should probably do and like test out new stuff like it's not instant bro. Like,
No,
all
it's
the time.
not. I think what when I realized that I need to look at it not as a job, even though it is like a job, but I need to look
Hmm.
at it as a hobby because I love doing it.
Hmm. Like
And stuff like that. And that's when, I got introduced to the no game community, was right at that time. It was like
hmm.
perfect timing. Then I started to see things happen up and up, and then eventually I end up becoming somewhat friends with the my idol that I literally is like the reason why I'm content creating. Shout out to Dexbot
Right.
and stuff like that. And here it is now. It's like, you know, he's giving me a few tips here and there, and his advice didn't work for me, so I went and did something else.
Hmm.
So, but I still hold true to some of the words of consistency, and also never giving up on the grind, and
Hmm.
don't have a damn ego.
Yep.
So it's
I don't
like,
have an issue with the ego because I still feel like I'm not that I feel like I'm a boring person like all the time. So I have no issue with egos. So everybody's like, see, you don't believe in yourself enough. That's probably your issue there. And I'm like, yeah, probably.
so
Probably. I'm that weird person that's in the corner. So
I
don't mind me.
when it came down to, not having an ego, I had to learn also I needed to have a chip on my shoulder as well if I want to try and be successful.
Hmm.
Even though I look at it as a hobby, you still want to try and base yourself off of success.
Hmm.
For
You
me,
don't want to move forward, then move backwards.
when I
You always want to try to push yourself forward.
see now, for me, when I hear somebody say you are good enough and stuff like that, I look at it as no, I'm not.
Yep, yep.
because
Feel that.
because reason
Same.
reason I say I'm not, even though if I am what is even if I truly do believe, hey, I am good enough for this, I still will say I'm not and believe I'm not, because there's always something. If you don't want to try, if you just say something's good enough, then you're pretty much just going to stop right there.
hmm You don't want to get familiar with comfortability. Like, don't get
Exactly.
comfortable. Don't get used to being comfortable.
Exactly. Don't get comfortable with, having 40 viewers at a time for, 6 months at a time. And then all of a sudden when you drop off to 20, it's like,
What
oh,
am I doing wrong?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like, for me, I want to turn, the six, we'll just say I have 16 right now. And I hardly ever look at the viewers, but let's say I want to turn 16 into 20. I want to turn 20 into 30. I want to turn 30 into 40. By the way, you were muted right there, so I didn't even hear that.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, someone started calling me on Discord. I'm like, hello? Why are you calling?
So yeah, it's like I want to turn, all those viewers into higher and higher numbers.
hmm
But the second I say I am good enough is when I'll just stop. I know that.
hmm
Because am I gonna say I'm the next ninja? Hell no. One of
Oh.
my TikToks, I literally said I am definitely the next Tim the Tat Man, just because I fell off of a building and died to fall damage like he does all the time. That was just a joke. I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm never gonna reach up to his height of success.
Well, you never say never because you never know.
I will never get there.
Oh my gosh. You never know. The world works in a mysterious way.
Look, I can get up to 100,000 viewers average at a time. This man's gonna have 1 million. Just saying.
I always leave it into a higher hand at things. I'm like, okay, if this is meant to be, then it'll work in a way that it'll work. That's
Maybe.
kind of how that's how I view a lot of stuff.
Maybe. I'm just, like I said, it's just one of those things where it's like, if I say I'm good here or I'm good enough, I'll just stop there. And then that's when you start your downfall. So
hmm
that's just personally me. I don't recommend that lifestyle or that train of thought for everybody. But I've always been that way because I played sports. When you
Yeah,
go,
I'm
when
kind
you,
of I'm kind of the same way because of sports. Like I know what I'm capable of, so it always frustrates me whenever I know I'm not like doing what I could be doing or like doing the most or like giving the most towards myself for a lot of things. So I'm like, sometimes I have to I have to take a step back and be like, okay, I need to calm down. I don't need to be mad at myself or mad at the world. I don't need to wake up and choose violence. Like me. Yeah, happens a lot. My mood greatly impacts like a lot of the stuff I do, and I know I struggle with that. A lot of people tell me, "Oh, you shouldn't be posting stuff like this on Twitter. It's not like somebody can use it against you." And I was like, "The only reason I have Twitter is because it's also a place that I dump all my thoughts with no care.
yeah.
Like if people reply to it, I'm like, "Okay, and
What are
like
they going to, what, in 5 years from now, what are they going to do? Are they going to try and say, oh, you were a shitty person, or, oh, you're an upset type of
oh
person,
man,
or
you were so depressed. I'm so like, oh, I can't follow you because you have depression, bro." Me.
I sit here and I'm openly admitting my depression, and that's
Right, right.
like,
Like
this is what
you
my community,
in that case,
this,
wouldn't you be like, oh, get some help or you need help or like what's wrong? Nah, people don't ever do that. They don't check up to me, so it's okay. It's okay.
I
I'm used
have,
to that.
I have.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm used to that. So I'm just like, it is what it is. Like if I go missing, people check up on me at that point because they know they're like, oh well, she's having a tough time. She doesn't reply. But then if I don't reply for a long period of time, they're like, okay, maybe we should send her a message because something's not okay. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. Like literally, I took a 2 month break, and this is me coming back after that break. So
Yeah, I remember
it's
that
it's
time.
ironic. It's ironic that everything starts to pick back up after that break because like there was just so much stuff going on at that point. I hit a very very low point in my depression that I was like, I don't feel the motivation to even wake up. Like I just want to sleep 24/7. Like Ugh, my parents, you gotta eat. Yeah, that was rough. I had to force myself to eat. I had to force myself to get up. Like the only thing that kept me going was like I'm a very caring person and I really care about my family. And like my dad got really sick at one point and my mom got sick, so we were kind of like me and my brother were kind of paying all the bills. So I was like, I have to go to work. I have to make money. We have to have food. We have to have shelter.
Yep.
So that's what kept me going. Like literally, I was like, I don't want to leave my family in a position that is difficult for them. Hence what we're doing now. I need a second job. So we're on the grind for that. We're still grinding a lot of stuff, but it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. That's kind of how I
Exactly.
see it. So
Exactly.
yeah,
It's finding a second job and stuff. It's not the easiest in the world,
it's really
especially if you already
not.
work, even 40 hours on one job, stuff like that. But
Mm,
I look at being a husband and being a father, it's another full-time job in itself.
mm-hmm.
And this is why I start my streams super late at night because
Same here. Same here. Kind of
yeah,
just rotates off of
I'm
whatever
I'm a
comes
human.
first.
I'm a
Mm-hmm.
human. I got a life. I'm very open about my life to everybody on socials and most of the time here, but it's like some people just I feel like it's those that didn't see that much of a hard struggle that will say, "Why don't you start earlier? Can you start earlier?" and stuff like that. It's like, "No. I'm a husband and a father.
Mm-hmm.
My wife and my son come before streaming." So,
This is true. Yeah, it's kind of tough because like I went from a solid schedule of like streaming 7 p.m. my time to like an early stream, and then I would raid out into like other people who stream late at night. To now I have to stream late at night. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, now I can't catch you. Like I can't catch your streams anymore." And I'm like, I mean, it is what it is. Like
yeah,
you got
sorry.
4 extra kids in my house right now, and I can't do anything until they go to bed. Like that's it.
It's a matter of sorry and I do apologize. I hope that you can make it one of these.
It's like those rare days I do a very early stream. Here you go. You're here. But it's like you just have to do. Life comes first.
Mhm.
And
Exactly.
like you
And
said, like if I get to a point where oh this would be like a full-time job type thing, the schedule would change. I would probably start streaming earlier. Like my family would have to accept that. Like
I would
if
start
I wanted
streaming
to
in
do
the
that.
morning. I would stream in the
Mhm.
mornings to the afternoon. I'd make it my 9 to 5.
Mhm.
And every
Exactly. I would.
and
I would.
and every once in a while I would stream, at night every once in a while for those late night people like Nighthawk.
Mhm.
He would miss out on so much streaming if I was
Because
to do
everybody
it during the
works
day.
during the day. Yeah.
And that's where I'm conflicted. Would I just continue streaming? Should I just start doing it at night then still full time? Yeah, I think I will.
Mhm. Yeah, so that's why I'm like, it depends. It really depends. Only recently my family has gotten to a point where they're like, okay, okay, we'll respect the time you have for your streaming because like people have been blessing us with a lot of stuff through that. And then they were like, yeah, for me at a point in time, they were saying that streaming was my escape from reality because
Because it
I just
really
didn't want to.
is.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't want to deal with having to meet people or like all this stuff. Cause like I said, a low point of depression. Like I being social is very difficult. It is very difficult because I'm like, I don't like people seeing me when I'm upset or anything like that. So if I'm really not in a good mood, then I don't do anything because I'm like, why am I gonna bring your mood down when I'm down? I care way too much about other people, which I get told all the time. I'm way too caring. But like honestly and truly, like if someone's not happy, like I'm like, I want you to be happy. Like I would rather that person be happy than me be happy. So everybody's like, you care way too much. And I'm like, yeah. So if I'm upset, I'm not gonna bring other people down
The only
and be
time I
upset with me.
the only time I ever get like super pissed off, even at the people I'm playing with, is because of the game. I'm getting pissed off at the game, not so much as them, but I take it out on them because they're
It's like,
there.
why didn't you
They're
go this way? They're right there in the corner. Where are the
Yep,
calls?
they're yeah, I think you seen with that stream that night.
Yeah, there was a couple of streams where you were like, bruh, ain't
my
nobody here. Is
my
nobody here? You didn't pick me up, but you pick up the other dude. I was
yep.
like, yep.
My bad, Jeff. I'm still sorry about that, dude. I still love you. I'm sorry. Sorry, still. I'm still gonna be apologizing to the guy in 2 years about that one situation where I was like, use your fucking mic.
He's like, I couldn't at the time. I'm
He
sorry.
jumps into one game, we all get killed because he didn't have his mic on. Because, well, for one, he was moving and picking shit up, and here he is in the chat going, "It's all good, bro." But
Yeah.
it's like, and then as soon as that game was over, he just left. I was like, "Oh no, I feel bad."
You're like, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, yeah. I try not to let the game get to me. Like, if I know I'm getting frustrated by something, that's when I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hop off, guys. Like, it's been a long day.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
just
I try not to take the games very serious because I'm that type of person that's pretty laid back. So, like, if you do a lot that gets me to a point where, I'm gonna snap and something is gonna go down, like, it takes a lot to get to that point.
but I
You
was
just don't do it. Like,
but
don't do it.
I love the rage. I feel like FaZe Jev at that time. Then it's like, with the flash grenade and getting skull fucked by big guy named Rufus or whatever.
Oh, see, I couldn't do it. Like, I can't. To me, whenever I play with people who like rage at me because of something I did, I'm like, bro, it's a game. And like, if they continue raging after that, then I'm like, I'm hopping off. I'm not about to sit here and listen to you rage about a video game because it's a video game. So
There's gonna
have a nice
become.
life. Have a nice life. And then I just leave, and they're like, oh well, I didn't mean to upset you. I'm like, bro, like, you invite me out to play a game that I literally have not played once, and then you're yelling at me.
No, that's a
I don't
different
respect
story.
that. I'm like, I don't respect that. That was like, cool, great. It was one of your best games because I play a lot of battle royales. I get it. I understand how difficult these games are. I'm like, but like, me telling you I've never played this game, or if I've played it like 2 to 3 times and you still get upset because, oh, noob makes a mistake, don't yell at me. I've literally told you.
I
That's on
can't be
you.
mad. I can't
Can't
be
do it.
mad at noobs. I can only be mad at the people that
That
have.
play for quite a long time and they know what they're doing and they just make a stupid mistake. Yeah, I get that, but like, oh,
We
I
all make
cannot.
stupid
I
mistakes.
cannot.
I'll even give my own self shit. Like, God damn,
Bro,
why did you do
all
this,
the
man?
time. All the time. That's why I'm like, that's why when people come to my stream, I'm like, if I even see negative comments, I'm like, bro, I told you beforehand. Like, we're here for some good laughs. And if you can't just chill with everybody and laugh in the chat like they're doing, but you're taking this way too serious, like, I don't want you in the chat because you're going to mess up the whole vibe. Goodbye. Like, to
Yep.
me, I don't care about the followers. Like, it's not it. Like, just don't be disrespectful. Like, we literally do this for the laughs. Like, I'm just trying to have a good time and relax
Yep.
and hang out with everybody. Like, that's what I do. Just hang out. But you coming in here being negative is not a good vibe. It's not it. It is not
Yeah.
it at all.
I've got to learn that because I mean, through the depression, the way I would get it out was through anger, and then it's like, when I'm going through my spouts because of how angry I'm getting quicker. If I'm getting angry quick, yeah, I think that I'm in one of those spouts.
You're like, okay, we'll check up on you later.
Yep.
How you doing? Are you
Yeah.
okay?
Yep. Just DM me later. See how I'm doing. You
Mm-hmm.
might not get a reply back until morning, but
Yeah,
and usually
right.
by then I'm feeling better. But yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just at this point where I'm like, we're not gonna deal with it. I've come to respect myself enough to know, hey, I don't have to put up with this. I really don't. So why am I putting up with this? Hmm. Okay, this is what I've all come to realization in that 2 month break because I honestly got done wrong by a lot of people that I thought were friends, and yeah, it ain't it now. So if I see them around, I see them around. I still treat them with respect, but cool. I
Yeah,
don't engage in conversation.
there's certain people I'll just say fuck you.
I was just like, okay, cool, cool. What's poppin'? I hope all is well. They're like, yeah, I never see you around anymore. And I'm like, I wonder why. You know, no reason. No.
Jesus.
When your mic tell you like, yes. Yeah, no.
All right, we're getting close to the end here. If there was any type of advice that you would
Mm,
give to new streamers, smaller streamers, what would be those advice for them?
okay. Out of the long time of sitting at one viewer, aka myself viewing myself, this is the best advice I can give out to anybody. If you're just starting off streaming, one, keep the streams short. Like if you know your viewage is not going too well and you're on that grind for affiliate, it's taking in account how much you stream within 30 days. All that time versus how many people are watching. It That's how it's averaging it out. So if you know your streams are doing too well, you have to have at least one person per a full hour. And you're not doing that, then just chill, take short breaks, stream shorter streams. You can do multiple. Also, keep talking. Talk, 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 talk. It doesn't matter. A lot of people will literally pass through your stream, and whether they engage or not is based off of how you are in your stream. So if you're not saying a word, they're not going to say a word. But if you're telling a funny story or you're having a conversation and it catches their attention, then they'll engage. Like that's what gets people to engage with your streams. Talk, 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 nonstop. I would tell stories on repeat for 2 to 3 hours to myself to get to a stage where I was like, yeah, bro, man, like this happened at work. And random people would be like, what the heck? Like this happens at your workplace? Like what? And so we would just start up conversation from that. And the conversation would get more people talking. So constantly, constantly talk. And major, major, major advice. You would probably get this from everybody who streams, even bigger streamers as well. The stuff you don't see in the background that they do, that everybody's like, oh, they don't deserve the growth that they have, you have to network. It doesn't matter. Like, those people put so much time into networking and meeting new people and actually being true and genuine and like supporting other people that those people came out and supported them. Equal and opposite, network, support, and be true and genuine. Those are the biggest advice I can give right now.
I mean, you pretty much nailed it.
It's true. Networking, like if you don't make genuine connection, truly care about the people who are like in your streams or like people's streams that you're watching, they're not gonna support you back. Like you're just gonna be another one of the people who come to their stream and they're just like, oh, cool, lit. You
Yeah,
don't
I
even
mean,
know you don't know my name. You don't know anything about me. You just pop in here and you're like, hey, cool, lit. Also stream. I play video games, and then you never play with them or like do anything with them. They're just like, okay, cool, another person who plays the games. Lit. That's pretty
yeah,
dope. I wish you the best of luck.
it gets pretty hard to try and play with multiple people in
Yeah.
an entire
Feel
night,
that.
but I mean, that's why I set up collaborations here and there when I can, you know.
I feel that. I feel that. It's getting to that point where everybody wants to play. So I'm like, okay, we can rotate people out. I want to include everybody. So
Yeah, I hate to give up. I hate to
yeah.
give up. I had to really give that up because it started messing with me mentally, so it's like, yeah, I think I
Yeah.
need to just do this.
Yep. Know your limits too. Don't be
So,
fake. Be yourself.
yep. I mean, take the breaks when
Oh,
you need
definitely.
to, if you truly need to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go missing for a month.
Yeah, sorry. Don't go missing for 2 months like I did. It really does hurt. But then again, it was well needed. But we built ourselves back up, so we're a-okay with that.
And you learned a lot.
Yep, we did.
So, well, I guess we can open up the questions to those that are in chat. You know, anime lover underscore 02 seems to be
Yo,
new.
yo, anime, bro. See, that's another thing. We if you like anime, I have a surprise that's dropping on my birthday involving that. So
It's
we love
waifu.
ourselves anime. Yo, waifu, bro, get out of here.
Anime lover is waifu.
Bro, when did you change your name? Why did you change your name?
It wasn't waifu on, or it wasn't anime lover on Friday.
Why did you change your name, bro? See, okay. Here's another
By the way,
tidbit
by,
advice.
by the way, shout out,
Whatever you brand yourself as,
shout,
everyone will know you as. Don't change it too often, because
yeah,
then you have to reset everything.
excuse me. Also, shout out to waifu for reaching affiliate. Found that
Woo!
out today.
Let's go. He said, thank you.
But so if there's any questions, then there we go. Changed my name before I did the whole affiliate terms. All right, fair enough. What's
I
the
bet.
you know, I'm not even gonna ask or question that one. Does your mic bug your vision while streaming and or gaming?
Um, Yes and no. It depends on the type of game I'm playing because I can adjust where it's at and then just adjust how much it picks up. So, depending on the game, if it's something that's high and intense, I have to move it back so I can see the full screen. But if it's something that's like super chill, then I'm like, whatever. It's what it
See,
is.
and with mine, I have mine. It's set up over here. Kind of comes up a little bit over the main screen a little bit, but
It's
it's only
called
like
we
yeah,
upgrade. You know what? We are getting ready to upgrade, but slowly but surely, we use what we have and we work
exactly.
with it.
You make it work. I've set mine up to where how I like it, and I feel comfortable. There will be
You don't
changes
have the
coming
biggest,
here.
right? You don't have to have the biggest and best like equipment and like all that stuff. Like literally, I started out streaming on my phone, doing just chatting. Like I literally had no overlays. Even when I was affiliated, I didn't even know overlays, no overlays, no
Yep.
emotes. I had nothing,
I
nothing,
when I
nothing at
start
all.
I started streaming off my PS4. I didn't have a camera,
Right.
and I'm not gonna ruin it, but in the very upcoming before the end of the month, we're gonna have a whole stream where I'm literally reacting to my old streams.
Oh no, I couldn't. I could not.
That and
Ah.
I'm talking about
Let's
the
not
old
do that too hard.
I'm talking about the old YouTube streams back in February of 2018.
So this
World
is
War
before
II
I knew
days.
Tyler. So pre Tyler.
These are
Okay.
these are World War II days.
Oh man, yeah. This is before I knew you.
Oh yeah, it was before anybody knew me actually. No,
Right?
these are undiscovered streams unless you are subscribed to my YouTube channel and you just decided to go back and see all the old videos and then you discovered, "Oh, he used to
Yeah.
stream here?"
Oh man, yeah. Me, I
Yeah.
cringe at my own YouTube channel. I just want to delete it off the face of the earth, but my family's like, no. I'm like,
So, what's your YouTube channel?
hey man, everything is all by my same social. Like, you can find me on every single social media platform by the name I have now. So,
Do you post on TikTok?
I actually just started up a TikTok. Yes, yes, I did. It's also That's 80s. So if you search it up, TTV That's 80s. Haha,
Well,
shameless plug.
hey, that's what this is all about. You know how my channel works.
Right?
Shout yourself out.
Yo, be
All right.
sure after the stream, yo, we are streaming. So
I am not, so we will raid you.
I bet I'm literally starting it up like once we're done.
All right. We are going to go into an overtime afterwards. If you guys are watching this on YouTube or if you are listening on Spotify, you don't get to hear this stuff. You only get to find it on the streams. So, but yeah, is there any other questions that people want to ask? Or was that the only one from Race Boy? So far I think that was the only one.
Oh my lord. I just saw Josh's question. I'm dead. Yeah, no. Wait, so how long did it take for you to figure out your entire streaming schedule? Okay, honestly, I've switched up my stream
Oh,
schedule
glad that you
multiple
found it.
times. Multiple times I switched up my stream schedule, honestly, because it just depends on like my work. It depended on my family. So even now, the reason I had to switch it again recently to streaming late at nights is because we have 4 children in our house now. So can't stream during the day anymore because they're so hyperactive. Yeah. So it kind of just, you have to work with what you got. And honestly, I've recently met some really, really wonderful people, and they've shared their beautiful community with me, and they've given me so many tips on like how to work my time as a streamer. So literally, I take, like, I could be streaming every day if I wanted to. Honestly, I could, but I take at least a 3-day break in the middle of the week so I can go view other people and watch other people stream and like help other people stream because I want other people to grow too. So I'm trying to help them grow as well, and I give them advice and like help them set up, and just we network and we meet new people. So from Tuesday to Thursday, I do that. I'll play games if people want me to play with them. So like if it's someone that's streaming and they're having problems like just being lonely, I'm like, yo, bro, I got you. I'll play some games. Like for that. Let's go. That works out. Or if they just want somebody to talk to, I'm like, hey, yo, I'm in your chat. What's poppin'? How's your day been? But from Friday to Monday, that's like I can only stream in the evening time. So that's literally why people will catch me on their streams up until that point because I like can't do anything else.
Right.
Well,
And
yeah.
I mean, like I've had to
Hey, with
set up
children.
my schedule based. Yeah, I was gonna ignore that, but I've had to like figure out my streaming schedule just because what would work with my wife, what would work with my kid. All
Hmm.
right, Sunday nights seem to be a good night because she's in bed right now. Tuesdays because well, just a random ass day. But I enjoy my Friday nights with the community because people can stay up later and I can stay up a little later. So
Right? Especially now, like when it comes to scheduling, you have to take into account what your viewer base is. Are you making content that's more for like younger kids who are in school? Because school nights, they can't stay up late, or during the day, they're at school. So you can't stream while they're at school. Well, I mean, you could, but it'll affect like your viewer count if you're trying to go for like that type of content. I guess it depends also on the fact of who your viewer base is,
I mean,
really.
Ninja was still averaging 70,000 viewers in the middle of the school day.
Crazy. People be watching stuff at school, but the younger kids, yeah, they couldn't watch stuff. But yeah, Friday is busting. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Fridays do be bussing. Well,
Right?
unfortunately, I won't see
Bro,
your
stay off
host.
my YouTube, waifu. We're gonna have issues.
No, we're gonna go find it. We're gonna go find it.
Stop. Keep looking. Okay, so
No,
the reason my
that
family,
that
the
will
reason,
be in overtime. That will be in the den's overtime. We're gonna go
oh man,
find it. We're gonna
oh
find it and we're
man,
gonna watch
oh
together.
no. The reason my family says I shouldn't like delete my YouTube is because there's like a video on there that has like what 23K views or like something like that on there, and they're like, "Why aren't you doing this? You're getting a lot of views on your YouTube. You just can't get paid because you're not at 1,000 yet." And I'm like, "So much of a struggle."
Well, you need more than just 1,000. You also need so many
Yeah.
watch hours, and then YouTube has to
Well,
actually accept you.
yeah. So I have all the watch hour for it. So the issue is I don't have 1K. So I haven't put in an application for it. So they're like, "You have other stuff that you need." And I'm like, eh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be nice to get into making videos, but I'm not technically I don't know how to deal with technology. I really don't. Don't ask me questions if it's something I don't know, because you can ask me like, what are my specs on my PC, and I'm like, that's a good question. I don't know what any of that stuff means. So let me just send you a screenshot of what it is, because I have no idea what you're asking for. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
so,
But once we
so
learn it, we're good.
so when somebody asks me a question that I don't know, I just say, "Don't ask me questions I can't give you the answer to."
I just say I have no idea because I'm not good with technology.
Yeah.
So
And it looks like Brick also found your YouTube.
I mean, I literally just said it's the same platform, it's the same thing. Like, I
So
just cringe thinking about it. I want to go delete every video, but I can't do that.
all right. So any other questions? Otherwise, we are gonna end the podcast right here. We will just
Oh my!
what what.
Talking about the videos. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad I
Uh,
locked some videos on that YouTube channel though. Like nobody's gonna be able to see those things.
can you just send me a link? I won't share it. I promise. I promise I will
No,
not share it. I will not share
no,
it.
no, no. I mean, it's out there. People can find it, but no.
It's out there. People can find it, but it's blocked on YouTube.
Oh no. Those special videos that are hidden, yeah, they're hidden for a reason. Like honestly, I am gonna delete those
Then why haven't you just deleted them?
because I locked them. I go back to them for reference on something, but then I still locked it, so it's private. Yeah.
Only that Sadie's can see.
No. Oh my gosh. Do
Anime
not.
saying to send that YC link. Hey, my DMs are open still.
He's talking about a dance video. No.
Have you ever thought about changing your light color for some streams? I don't know if that's to
Yes.
me or to you.
I know. I was like, yes, if you're talking to me, yes, eventually I have a very common theme that's going around. Lilac is my favorite color. So all my stuff in stream is probably pretty much like pink or purple because mixed together it's lilac. So yeah, I plan on getting lights eventually. Like I said, we slowly upgrade. We slowly upgrade.
I like my lights. I like the changing of the colors because then it's like, you know, it's nice. It's just something.
Hmm. I
But
like the
why
lights.
am
I
I
like all
so
kinds of
damn white on my screen though?
lights. Hello?
I just
He said,
realized.
I want to be the color that's flashing in the background. Let me be
I just
green. I want
realized
to be
how.
blue.
Look at this. Look how white this arm is on the stream. Don't
Oh
look
man, it's
at.
bad.
don't look at it from your camera point of view. Look at the stream. Oh my god, I just realized.
Yes, yes, you are very white.
I swear I have a tan.
Oh, man,
Yeah, let's
I
just do
haven't
that.
gotten enough sun in the past 2 years because of the pandemic. Like, let me tell you,
Like I am
like we went to a
I'm
water park with the kids, and like that was the only time we've been out in a long time. So I was like, man, I got more sun in the past 2 days than I have in the past 2 years. And they were like, "You're not wrong. I kid you not. Like, if you saw me in person, you wouldn't even think I was mixed. Like, I'm very pale. I am very, very pale. You can kind of
uh,
see all of my veins. It's kind of
like
bad.
my
You know?
my arms are just red. It's like, but yet I hold it
And
up
you
and it's
look like
like,
a ghost.
okay, your camera view is a little bit better. You
Yeah,
know,
he,
when
he
it
he has color to his skin on my
like,
end,
okay,
but
you know
for
what?
y'all, he's
You know what?
very pale.
I'm gonna show them something that I don't. How here's a little insight for you guys that are watching YouTube or here on the stream. But boom, there it is. I'm literally just right here. And this is my other camera view right there. Like that's I'm I got two different cameras going here. And then boom.
It's like
That's
this is
just
how we
how it
roll
is. Yeah. I'm red for you, but I'm white as Casper for everybody
for the
else.
stream.
Yeah. So all right. And now I'm being made fun of and I'm being called Casper and this and that. So
As for the friendly ghost.
I'm not so friendly. All right. We're gonna end it here. Thank you, Sadie's, for stopping in.
Thank
And
you for having me.
make sure you guys go and subscribe to her YouTube channel that you may or may not find.
No, not
She
YouTube.
eventually she's gonna have to start posting there. Make sure you guys give her a follow on
Not
on
YouTube.
Twitch. We'll be
Yes.
rating her after this stream because I am not playing games tonight. And also make sure you go find her on TikTok. She's gonna start posting there every single day, at least 5 videos a day.
I don't know about that.
I'm
That takes a
joking.
lot of skill in editing. Yo, props to all the people who make TikToks.
For a
Yeah.
living, Jesus.
Yeah, like that's crazy. Y'all are crazy talented. Anybody who content creates, props to y'all because I know how hard it is to make content. Just getting yourself out there and saying, yes, I will do this, or starting to do something, props to that because you took a step forward that other people decided not to take a step forward for because they were too scared to do it. So if
Exactly.
anybody's going to spread hate, hey, just know you're better than them because they decided not to do it because they were too scared. Just saying, hands down, that's what it is.
Breach. All right, here we go. Thank you guys. We will catch you
Bye.
guys in the next podcast.